If you're picking up Vi in 2x KO and you're trying to climb and just do really well with her, I'm going to show you 3 things that you are probably not doing to help you climb. These 3 simple concepts I use in Grandmaster high LP all the time, and it works really well for me, so hopefully you can utilize them in your game. If there's something that you didn't know, give this video a thumbs up. So the very first move that we're going to talk about is her air electric foot. This thing is so versatile. I basically am calling it Vi's air dash because of how far it propels you at such weird angles. So if you're going backwards, you use it, you go forward. If you use it neutral, you go forward. If you go forward, you go even more forward. When you hit your opponent, it crosses up and it leaves them electrified, ready for you to combo right after. So it has so many use cases. Let me just give you 2 main scenarios that you should be using this in. The first use case is when you're in the corner and you need to get out. Let's say you just got out of pressure and you try to tech a grab, but you actually end up grabbing them. Now they're in the corner. This is one of the good use cases for it because you can go for a cross up. Let's say you don't trust your neutral. Go for a cross up, just like that. Here's another full screen use case where let's say you don't want to get in on Vi because there's just a lot going on. You can call an assist like Jinx's missile, allow his tentacle, Echo's projectile, anything. Run up at them and just go for it. This is also great for getting out of the corner. So after you take a block string, you can jump back and use it just to get out. I use these in so many ways just to psych out my opponents, especially if we're in close combat like this, like I'm putting them in block stun. You could just jump over them and use it. But I also have done it when I'm retreating. So when I go ahead and backdash, my opponent usually thinks I'm trying to just clear the distance and run away. But I could also use this as a way to psych them out to get back into their face. It's still considered a jump in, so you can anti-air it very easily. You can get a button after it, so you could land with the heavy. So let's say you're using it for your dash, you could do your air medium, which is really nice and really has good distance. Or you could do your heavy, which usually crosses up on the other side. The other thing that I don't see Vi's do enough is when they tag out, especially after breaking, they don't use any of Vi's skills because they think it's unsafe. But Vi actually has a really annoying tool, which is her charge S1. Normally this is very parryable, very unsafe, but if you're using it to support your other character, it's actually very good. So let's say I have to break, I can charge it after the break, but then I could follow it up with a Jinx missile. So I could follow it up with a Jinx missile, or I could just rush after them too. And it's just the presence of it makes it really strong. So I can shoot a Jinx missile. It actually follows up, so now I'm in their face. So it's better to unleash this unless Vi is 1 HP. It's better to go ahead and charge up that punch and do something with it rather than just tagging out Vi raw. For me personally, with this team, this isn't a Vi team. This is a Jinx team. So Vi in a lot of cases is a meat shield and just a dummy for Jinx to play with. So I usually call out my missile, charge the S1, and then tag that way. People usually have a hard time parrying it because I timed the missile right before. Like this. So they would have to parry the missile and then parry the Vi, which is very hard to do on the fly, especially when I have other things that I'm shooting at you. And the last tip I have for you that has been working for me all the way until 800 points Grandmaster Plus is to simplify your combos. Everyone I know is trying to do all these fancy electrics. You do not need to do all these. Think of it like this. I'm going to do a basic bread and butter. Let's say no electric combo. Okay. Super basic, no assists, no electrics, nothing. I did 339 damage there. However, if I do my basic B&B that includes an electric, let's see how much more damage I get. I would end into super there, and I don't really get a setup there. It's 374 damage. I basically do 40 more damage. That's not a lot. I'm going to try doing a fancy electric combo now. Let's see how much I get. I got 400 flat. So only about 20 more than my simple electric combo, and that's about 60 more damage than the simple basic combo. What's the difference though? The difference is when you're playing online and there's a bunch of lag going around, a bunch of rollback and glitchy 2x KO shenanigans, you don't want to be doing the hardest thing just to get a little bit more damage tacked on. So if you can simplify your combos, you'll be fine, because this is a 2-touch game. If you can simply end your combo in 2 hits, so basically just do enough damage to do half their health, you're okay. And then if you could do it in a simple way, you're even better. So what I recommend is finding the bread and butter that works for you. I made a Vi combo video that you can just pull any of those combos from beginner to advanced, and none of them included electrics if you don't want to. However, if you did want to because you find it fun, I also have those options in there for you too. Here's the combo I stick with. It's simple, 2 electrics, and I get this consistently. And then off of this, you can get a tag launcher in. For me, it's Jinx. I end in a hard knockdown. 400 damage. That is one of the most underrated things in this game, is choosing how you want to end it. You don't always need to use super. If you want to gain meter, if anything, you end in your limit strike. Look how much meter I get from ending in a limit strike. Look at my bar. I get about like, what is that, like 20% meter just for ending in a limit strike, and then I get a setup, I'm positive. So those are the 3 tips to improve your Vi. Let me know if there's anything that you do in the comments that really helped skyrocket your rank. And these tips are all well and good, but if you're wondering what are the best fuses to run with Vi while you're trying to improve, I made the best fuses for Vi tier list, so make sure to check that video right here on the end screen. Thanks for watching.
I don't need the frame data to get inside your head. I just need to see you with that. I need to help I read. Buy with the gauntlets, hitting the van. The triple shot through the screen. Watch the damage rip. For you fishing for the pair, I'm charging the smash. Bust the load, then the X hit a crash. And I'm being a god of the rank on the chest. It's about being better.